All right, everybody. How are you? Mr. Mack here with chapter 23 of Restart. Can't wait. When I left you last, we were in with Shoshana and the video club. Brendan and Joel and everybody else. Shoshana, as we expected, is angry, but I had mentioned, and I still believe, it isn't so much anger as it is hurt. She's hurt because she was opening up. She was letting Chase come in. She was realizing also that Chase was a great guy. And then this happened, and it seems we know that Bear and Aaron set up Chase so that it would seem as if Chase, this was the whole thing with the fire extinguishers in the music room and everything getting foamed, and poor Joel getting hit in the face. Bear and Aaron made it seem as if it was Chase's idea, and we know it wasn't. However, Brendan, when we left that particular chapter, was a little unsure. He was trying to feel things out as well. Anyway, Shoshana is angry, but I think it's more out of hurt. She was hurt. She was hurt and upset at herself for maybe allowing herself to open up to let Chase in, but hurt too that he would do something like this. However, in Video Club, the other members, they're talking about Chase. They're bringing his name up. They're looking at a bit of footage and they say, oh, well, Chase would have done it. Oh, the camera's shaking. We know that's not Chase. So they're all kind of still good with Chase. Brendan still isn't exactly sure, but he is Brendan, and he's the first one who gave Chase a chance, and he's willing to give Chase a chance again, let Chase explain, kind of thing. Because like Brendan said, he very well, Chase, I don't know, Chase very well could have been in there trying to protect Joel, and the accident with the thing in the face and the eye. Shoshana doesn't want to buy it because she's hurt, she's angry. Even Joel said something to the effect of, I hate him, but it doesn't bother me to talk about him. It's fine. Joel's fine with Chase. And anyway, so we are, and of course, they all got in trouble. And when I say they all, the boys, the two rats and Chase. And anyway, we're in Chase's perspective. We're in Chase's point of view. Chapter 23. At football practice, when everybody else is laboring under a ton of equipment and you're breezing through the drills in shorts and a t-shirt, you're not the most popular guy on the field. All around me, the gridiron resounds with crunching tackles, oofs, and grunts of pain. Ugh! But I'm immune to that. No contact for the first week of my comeback. Middle school rules. My teammates managed to see to it that I suffer just the same. Around the Gatorade bucket, no drink in my hand makes it as far as my mouth. It's pretty clear the other players have determined that I'm not going to get so much as a sip as long as my special treatment holds up. Every time I've got a full cup, somebody manages to jostle my elbow until the contents spill down my leg or into my cleats. It's been going on for 3 days now. I'm borderline dehydrated, and when I walk, my wet pants create squishing noises. Hey, Pink, Coach Davenport calls, referring to the fruit punch color of my lower body. Get out there and catch some passes. Go on. I have no memory of what practice is supposed to be like, but I don't complain about the treatment and focus on doing my job. I guess playing football is like riding a bicycle. You never really forget how. I run hard, and after a couple of days, the cuts and jukes come back to me, more muscle memory. I make a few good grabs, and I can feel the guys' attitudes thawing a little. They're not as cold, meaning, Nice catch, Captain, Landon tells me with a slap where my shoulder pad would be if I was wearing one. I guess I'm still the captain. I didn't forfeit that by having amnesia. Yeah, good to have you back, adds Joey in a tone that could almost be interpreted as friendly. I try to turn this development to my advantage. Guys, can I have a drink now? I ask. He laughs. Bathrooms in the field house, newbie. I hadn't thought about that. Pretty soon, I'm there, bent over the sink, guzzling water from the tap. It's better than drinking out of the toilet, which is probably what Joey had in mind. Takes a while, but Landon finally explains that this is standard procedure for anyone who is non-contact. Soon as I'm getting tackled like everybody else, my Gatorade privileges will be restored. Football. Here's a surprise. I like it. That means everything didn't change when I fell on my head. It proves that you can be an athlete and a video club kid at the same time. Not in my case, obviously. Video club invited me to get lost. But it's possible to be both. It's possible. I like both. I have no idea why more people don't do it. Maybe it's because the jocks will never find out if they enjoy doing something artsy because they'll never try it. And the arts kids feel the same way about sports. In spite of everything that's happened, I'm getting the hang of most of the Hurricanes. They're a rowdy crew, and sometimes the physical nature of the game spills over onto the way they treat the other kids, which is definitely not right. But they're giving me a chance, which is more than I can say for the video club these days. And other than Brendan really wanting to give him a chance, they haven't given him a chance yet. I'm starting to see how I could have been friends with the players. With two exceptions. We know who those two exceptions are, don't we? Bear and Aaron. Schmucks. Aaron and Bear finally have what they wanted. My name is Mud with my new friends, and I'm back on the team. Yep, that's what Bear and Aaron wanted, all right. But if they expect us to be the Three Musketeers again, they can forget it. They couldn't stand to see me making a life for myself that didn't include them, so they wrecked it for me. And in the process, they managed to retarget poor Joel, who hasn't even been home for 2 weeks yet. And that's not including the way they treat the residents of Portland Street. But the last straw was when they cornered me, so I had no choice but to lie to Dr. Fitzwallace to protect the three of us. Aaron's always lecturing me about friendship. He doesn't know the meaning of the word, and he really doesn't. You know, somebody does things to hurt you. Somebody goes out of their way to hurt you physically, mentally, emotionally, and they're in your crowd. They're part of your friend base. They're not your friend. They really aren't. Anyway, Bear and Aaron don't know this, though. They have no clue. I don't talk to them. I don't stretch next to them. In the locker room, I sit so far away from them that I'm practically out in the hall. And when we're on the practice field for the same drill, they get no chatter from me, not even eye contact. The other Hurricanes have started to notice, but they think it's funny. Aaron and Bear don't. And how much do I care about hurting their delicate feelings? Well, you could fit that inside the nucleus of a carbon atom. On Friday, Coach Davenport runs us through a quick workout. The Hurricanes have a night game tomorrow, and he wants everybody fresh and sharp. Since I won't be playing, he keeps me out on the field while the others clatter into the locker room. 10 laps, Pink, he calls me. No dog in it. The others are laughing at me and calling out mock encouragements, their revenge for my week of no pads. To show off, I kick it into high gear and sprint down the sideline. One thing that's come out of this first week of practice, I've really gotten fast. None of my teammates are very impressed because apparently I was always fast, but it's news to me. And these days, I need something to make me feel good about myself. When the tackle comes, it's a complete shock. One second I'm running free, and the next a big body hits me just below the knees, knocking my legs out from under me and sending me hurtling forward. I must somersault because I see a quick panorama of sky and grass. The earth comes up to clobber me. I think I eat some of it. Gasping, I roll over. A helmeted figure is blocking out the sun. Number 57. Can you guess who this is that just tackled him out on the field? It's Bear. Aaron stands up beside him, applauding. How's that for non-contact? Bear spits. I don't answer. I can't. The wind is totally knocked out of me. I just lie there wheezing. Oops, he goes on fake apologetic. I think that might have been a contact. It's so confusing with you lately, Ambrose. You're a friend, you're an enemy, you're a teammate, you're a video dork, you've got amnesia. He grabs me by the fabric of my t-shirt and hauls me to my feet. Or maybe you remember more than you let on, he says. I've got no pads on, I choke, finding breath at last. You want to kill me? Could happen, you know, and you'd get more than community service for that. We had to get your attention, man, Aaron informs me solemnly. You've barely said a word to us all week. Don't worry. We won't harm a hair on your little head, Bear adds. Not until we get square. Get square? I don't know if I've ever been so mad. You mean to tell me we're not square yet? All my friends hate my guts because they think I set up what happened in the band room. Aaron grins. It wasn't too hard to convince them, either, that you did. I guess we're not the only ones who figured out that the new Chase is a phony. What are you talking about? I sputter. You never had any amnesia, Bear accuses me harshly. You faked the whole thing. Are you crazy? I demanded. What's so fantastic about forgetting your whole life that anybody would want to fake it? I didn't even know my own mother. Well, for one thing, Bear returns readily, you can act like you have no clue what you owe us. I owe you nothing, I seethed. The fact that I used to be friends with you guys makes me sick. If you think you can push me around the way you do everybody else, think again. There's still enough of the old Chase left to take you on. You're lucky I don't go straight to the cops and rat you out for swiping Mr. Solway's medal. They stare at me in surprise. I can feel the advantage shifting to me, so I don't let up. Yeah, geniuses, I figured that out by watching you prowling the halls of Portland Street, taking advantage of the people you're supposed to be helping. Give me credit for having the brains to see who's sleazy enough to steal from a war hero who's too frail to look after himself. This is great. I love what Chase is doing here, and he's got Bear and Aaron, he's got them captivated. Captivated is usually a good thing, but he's got them listening now. What scares me is Bear and Aaron aren't the ones who took it. Bear is still staring, but slow understanding is drawing on Aaron. You really do have amnesia, Aaron says. Yeah, so? So you don't remember. We didn't jack the medal. Bear and I didn't touch the medal. You did. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I was most afraid of. Chase was the one who stole the medal. Rage floods through me, and I rear back my fist to take a swing at him. Before I can act, though, the memory flashes in my brain. The triangular case on the dresser, flipped open to reveal the gleaming 5-pointed Medal of Honor at the end of its blue star-spangled ribbon. A hand reaches down for it. It's my hand. I am totally appalled, yet it makes perfect sense. Aaron and Bear are the worst people I know, but they weren't always a twosome. They had a ringleader, Chase Ambrose. And in those days, if they were low, he was even lower. I'm sorry, my nose keeps itching. It's the pollen. I feel like I want to sneeze, but my nose just keeps itching. Even before the memory returned, I should have known that I did it. I should have known it. Bear's words break into my horrified thoughts. That's right, Boy Scout. This one's on you. You didn't even wait till the old Dumbledore was out of the room. As soon as his back was turned, you snatched it, tossed the case in the closet. It's worth big money, and you owe us our share. Three-way split, that was our deal, Aaron confirms. If we were sentenced to the Graybeard Motel, at least we were going to get something out of it. I don't have it. Bear's brow darkens. Don't lie, man. I saw you jam it in your pocket and walk out of the building. No, I whisper. I mean, I might have, but I don't know what I did with it. And if I do find it, it's going back to Mr. Saway. Maybe I used to be a crook, but I'm not one anymore. Aaron steps forward. Fine. You're better than us now. You're a saint. But when you took that medal, what was the old you? That was the old you and the old rules. So it belongs to all three of us. You can't do anything without our okay, and we don't give it. Bear is really, he's just dumb. If Chase took the medal, he's saying, great, that means that you can't do anything with that medal unless we say you can, even though Chase was kind of like their boss. He looks totally serious, like a lawyer reading a contract. You make a move without us, you'll regret it, Bear adds threateningly. I regret I ever met you guys, I shout, hoarse with emotion. I wheel away from them and flee for home, not even stopping in the locker room to shower and change. I have to put as much distance as possible between myself and those two. As I run, hot tears of shame are streaming down my face. And since my accident, I've heard a lot about the person I used to be. Never did I imagine this. I sprint harder, accelerating into the sidewalk, outpacing even the most intense drills from practice. It's no problem escaping Aaron and Bear, but I'll never be able to get away from myself. That's the end of chapter 23. Well, that was something I felt was coming, that definitely they had stolen the medal, but it wasn't they, it was Chase. It was the old Chase. And at least now, I'm not going to speak for Bear because Bear's a dope, but at least Aaron realizes finally that this amnesia is a real thing with Chase. Now, Chase finally realizes one of the worst things. Well, he's done a lot of bad things. The things he did to Joel were heinous, horrible. But this stealing from the one man who really became a father figure to him, maybe a grandfather figure, Mr. Saway, because his father isn't that impressive of a father. And he stole from him. My prediction is that Chase, being the kind of a person he is, he's going to go and tell him. Or he's going to tear his room up looking for it. That's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't be surprised if he gave it to his father to hold. Because his father's a schmuck too. So his father, remember I said, is like Aaron and Bear melted together into one person. But my prediction is he's going to let Mr. Saway know. And somehow, some way, he's going to get back in with his true friends, with his real friends. And they're going to get back in with him. They're going to help him. I think Shoshana is going to be a big part of that. Well, I know Brendan will, but I think Shoshana will too. So that's it. Gosh, my thoughts are with Chase. So that's it. Until we meet again. Chapter 24 is coming up. Take good care. Be safe. Mask up. Hands out of your eyes, nose, and mouth. Take care. Stay safe.